Now, I had stopped at number 4. I will go to number 5.
Yes.
Look at your petition, paragraph 56, 116 votes
Yes.
cast.
Yes.
Okay? Then you have
Sorry. 3 what?
316 total votes, valid votes cast. Total votes cast. Yes. Then you have compared it with what is in Form 35B, which you say is how many votes?
362.
Now let's go and look at whether that was an error in 35B. I want you to go to page 170.
362? 362, yes, yeah.
Yes, go to page 178 of our bundle, this big one, yes. You can see, if you look at about the middle of that page, you will see Nyamira DEB Primary School with the code 02. You can see the code 02. There is 01 and there is 02. You can show you. Line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
502. Yes.
And on Nyamira, in Form 35B, the total given in that form is 362, correct?
362.
Okay. Now, let's look at Form 35A for Nyamira 2.
That is from.
The one he has
Yes.
made reference to is 35B. Yes.
Yes.
Look at page 21 of the same document. You have looked at it?
Yes.
Now, I want you to tell the court what Mr. Nyamanga Eric Achoki.
Achoki.
Nyamanga.
Eric Achoki, Nyamanga Achoki.
Yes. What
One.
votes? What votes did he get?
One.
One vote, according to the primary document,
Yes.
35B.
Mm-hmm.
He-
Eric with a C or without? Sorry, with a K or
Let me
CK.
see.
CK?
No, no, without a, from the document is without a K.
Oh,
From what,
this document are reading differently? I just wanted to the correct spelling. Yes? ERIC.
so it's without a K.
Not okay.
So, Nyamanga Eric Achoki has gotten one vote in that polling station of Nyamira.
Yes.
Now, when you go to, let's go to Form 35B at page 178, under the column for Nyamanga Eric Achoki, you tell us how many votes he has been given when they were transposing the votes. Nyamanga Eric Achoki, then you go down under that line and you tell us the votes that were transposed. Yes, you can use a ruler. for Nyamira, DEB 2, polling station 2. He was given 56 instead of what?
1.
Instead of 1. Okay. Now, get your pen. First, remove 55, which was added for him. I want you to get a pen and remove 51 from 262 first.
I subtract what?
You see the total which is reflected is 362. Okay, as total votes.
Yes.
Since we have agreed in 35A that he gathered 1 vote instead of 56, then 55 votes were added for him in this vote, in this B. So I want you to remove.
To remove or to
subtract? To subtract from 362, 55 votes. Tell me how many votes you get?
307.
307. Now, we are not stopping there because I'm pointing out the errors. Go to a gentleman called Makamara. What is the other?
Fred Okinyi.
Yes, Makamara Fred Okinyi.
Same page?
Same page 178. And tell the code
Makamara.
Fred Okinyi. Makamara Fred Okinyi. He was given how many votes?
1.
1 vote. Okay? In the 5B.
That's a P series.
Yes. Now let's check the actual what he got by looking at that 5A on page 21. What did he get?
You got 10.
10. So when it came to transposing the vote from 35A to 35B, it was erroneously indicated that's 1 instead of 10. That's correct?
That's true.
Now, meaning that 9 votes were not allocated to him.
That's true.
Now, in mathematics, add 9 because they were erroneously not added.
Add 9 into 307.
Yes.
Add 9, that will be 316.
316. Now, remember we started with 316 in form 35A as the total votes. Correct? Now, we have checked in B, those 2 errors which occurred when you're moving the votes from 35A to 35B, and it has given you 316. Is that correct?
That's true.
So you will agree with me again, that was an error of moving votes, number of votes, which is a summation issue. Correct?
It's an error.
You want us to go through the whole of it? We go to number 6. Unless you are satisfied. If you are satisfied that your documents do not reflect the true position, then we can move to another area.
Keep going.
On which direction, sir? Number 6.
Again, you are
6. Now, number 6 is Giachore. Giachore. Number 6 is Giachore. Primary 2. I want you to look at the votes in first tell us that in your documents that 5A, that 5A shows how many votes in your document?
327.
That's the total votes, eh?
Total votes.
327.
27.
327.
Okay. And for 35B, according to you, how many votes you're saying there was an error on? How many votes?
10.
No, the total.
317.
317. Now let's look at Form 35B.
I did get that. What reflects 317?
P series.
Yeah,
5B.
That's what I got initially from that 5B. Yes. And then when you say we move to that 5B, I'm now like, it's like,
No, to the form itself, to the document itself.
oh,
The
this
ICs.
is an amendment?
This is an amendment in the,
Okay,
in
this is
the,
an amendment.
yes, in the petition.
Total votes in, okay. I thought he said initially that his document reflects 327. Initially,
That's on A series.
from A.
Yes.
Okay, that is in your petition, from A.
From A.
Okay,
Yes.
just a moment.
35A.
It's okay. From 35A. And then 35B, yours reflect 317.
317.
Okay. Now we are together.
To show the errors which he says there are differences. Now, I want you to look at the actual Form 35B, page 178. Look for Gyanshore 2. Sorry, it's page 176, yes, page 176.
And which form is he looking at?
B, that is 35B.
Okay, that 5B.
Gyanshore is almost towards the bottom, somewhere here. You can see there is Gyanshore primary 1, 2, 3. There are 3, so we are interested in Gyanshore 2. You have seen it?
Yeah, actually 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, look at the votes given to Bane Vincent, which was
Given
to a gentleman called Bane Vincent.
Mbane, what was the spelling?
M. MBA. N-E. Bane.
Mbane who?
Vincent. I just see Vincent.
Okay.
It's 1 vote.
1 vote. Okay? Now let's see what he actually scored, or the votes that he garnered. Nyancho
From
35A. Just 1 minute.
page 16 by page number.
Yes, I'm getting the page just now. Yeah. Page 133 of my band of doc. Yes, correct. Thank you. 133. Look at what Bane Vincent Onyanja got.
Bane got 11.
11. Now, keeping in mind what was reflected as what he got. It was reflected that he got how many votes?
1.
1. Meaning that he was denied how many votes?
10.
Using that word, 10. Now, you got 200 and 317.
317
Now,
on A series.
yes. And you say that there were 10 votes which were not reflected for that gentleman.
Yes, 10.
So if you remove 10 or you subtract 10 from 317, 327.
Sorry, are you subtracting or adding this?
Oh, sorry, adding. Sorry, it's adding, not subtract, adding. Because it was,
It was denied. The
It-
votes were cast
yes,
and they were not reflected.
yes.
Yes.
Now, we have said that 10 votes were not reflected in B series. But we have confirmed in A series that 5A that indeed he got 11, but he was given 1. So we add 10 plus 317, correct?
Yes.
How many votes do you get?
327.
327. Again, confirm that the 327 that we have gotten marries what is reflected in 35A.
Marriage is a legal one.
It corresponds, zinakubaliana.
The total.
Eh,
The total, yes.
yes,
327.
zinakubaliana.
Yes.
Yes. You want us to go to the next? We can go to the next, number 7. This is, so that I don't make a mistake, read what did you say? The station.
Almost Sasa.
Almost Asa.
DAP Primary School.
Yes.
On A series,
Mhm.
we have 307.
Almost as
Almost Sasa. DAP Primary School.
DEP.
DEP.
Yes.
On the A series,
Whose document?
on my document,
Okay. In the petition, yeah?
In the petition.
Yes.
there is 307 votes.
3, 4, 7. I'm repeating so that if I make a mistake, you correct, yeah?
I said 307.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm repeating. You see, when I'm writing, I'm repeating the number
Yeah.
so that if I make a mistake, you correct me. Is it 3, 4, 7?
307.
Okay, see, but now there is a mistake. 307. So I'm not repeating for the sake of writing,
Yeah,
yeah?
yeah,
I'm repeating so that if I make a mistake, you correct me. Okay, thank you.
And the B series, the total votes is 328. A difference of 21 votes.
3, 2, 8.
Okay. Here we have to be very patient because there's a calculations to be made again. Now, let's look at Form 35B at page 176. I want you to look for Omosasa, which is from the bottom. You will see it from the bottom there.
What page?
Page 176, my lord.
I got it.
You got it? Okay. Tell me, or tell the court, sorry, how many votes did Nyakango, what is the other name? Steve? Grievance. Nyakango Grievance.
Without an apostrophe or with.
Let me see.
Is it Nyakango or Nyakango?
Nyakango.
Nyakango.
Yes.
Okay. It has, I'm told.
Okay, grievance.
Huh?
It does not.
Sorry, it doesn't.
Okay, it doesn't make, we can call you Nganga or Nganga.
Okay. From that page 178. Which 178?
176.
176. Let's see how many votes are allocated or transposed in respect of that gentleman. It's you. See, it is
176.
176, yes. But I want. Can you identify Mr. Nyakango?
On which form?
Page
Page
176.
176 on
Yes.
their document.
So on Nyakano, I've said 33.
You said
33.
that's great.
33.
Yes.
Okay, now let's look at what Nyakango got as a matter of fact at page 144.
144.
Yes. Which is 35A.
Three votes.
How many votes?
3.
3.
Yes.
Meaning, while transposing or transporting the votes from 35A to B to 35B, how many votes were added?
This is 330.
Sorry?
30 votes.
30 votes.
Yes.
Now put somewhere, write somewhere down there 30 votes, because we are going to another one. So 30 votes, which 30 votes were added, which were erroneously added, could we now remove that for now from the total which was given being 328? Remove 30 votes from 328.
30 votes.
Yes.
That would be 298. 298.
Make sure you're right, because I'm not cross-checking. Now, let's go to
Tufanye hiyo hesabu
what?
wote. Unajua hatujui kama alikuwa expert wa hesabu.
Okay.
328 minus 30. Ni kweli? Unasema ni ngapi?
298.
Tunakubaliana? Mimi sitafanya hesabu, nilikuwa naandika. Sasa mimi mfanye.
Okay. So, we go to a gentleman called Makamara Okinyi
On which form?
on page 176.
Yes, Makamaro Kini.
Mm-hmm.
From that is over at 5B.
B, my lord, yes.
Yes.
How many votes?
Got 5.
You got how many votes?
5.
No, it was allocated how many votes?
On this form is 5.
Let me see. Almost.
Is this 176?
Yes, 176.
I can see Makamaro Kini.
Check correctly. Makamara Okinyi. You can check his third line, isn't it? Which line is this? Makamara.
It's
1,
5.
2,
5
3,
votes.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's not. It's not. Check nicely. Sorry, it's your evidence, but check nicely, please. Fourth line.
Just check that one first, then you just about the other document, so that you don't lose yourself in all this.
I see. I was checking it under Gianjuri. Almost Sasa.
Yes.
22.
No, please. Check nicely. You are checking under which one?
Makamaro. You
Makamara Okinyi.
176.
No.
Why don't you move closely so that
Yeah.
whenever it's stuck, you
Let's see. Makamara Okinyi is where? Here.
Mm-hmm.
This is which line? Fourth line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth line.
Yes.
Where is Omosasa? Omosasa is here, isn't it? Count 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth line is what?
2.
2. Yes. So it's 2. He was given 2. So now let's look at what he actually got in 35A, which appears at page 144. Page 144. Sorry? Oh, unless it's
Makamara got 11 votes.
He got
11 votes.
11 votes.
Mhm.
And there he was given how many votes? Where you have
Two.
just two.
Two.
So that meant that the votes that were quote unquote denied or were erroneously not allocated to him were how many?
Uh, 2, that means 9.
Wait, just 1 minute. Okay, now 9 votes we are supposed to add. You remember the calculation that we did? We had gotten some figure. We add 9. And also,
Where are we?
That's 298.
yes,
Sorry?
298.
Yes, 298.
Uh,
So you are saying he adds this, Mr. Moturi?
298, you know.
that
He adds
would be,
this to
I think-
298.
Yes,
would be 307.
307, yes, 307. Now remember, we had confirmed that the 5A has 307 total votes, isn't it? Now we have looked at where the error occurred in those two candidates in terms of the votes given to them in that 5B, and we have found it is 307, the same figure as in 35A, correct?
According to your math, yes.
Sorry?
According to your math, yes.
According to what?
Your mathematics.
Not mine, we are calculating with you.
But there are 30 votes here that are hanging, according
Sorry?
to your maths. And you told me to write them somewhere. 30 votes.
No, I thought we
I
were,
thought we added that.
we added, we
No,
could-
we subtracted, sorry.
Yes,
We subtracted the 30 from 328.
Yeah.
And then we got 298.
yes,
Now, adding the 9 votes
yes,
has given us 307.
yes,
And we had started with 307.
correct.
In
that-
from that 5A,
Yes.
which says there were
I
300.
get it, yeah.
That's where we started.
Yes.
Yes.
So, from our maths, all of us, including you, actually yours, because you're the one who is testifying and doing the math, is it not correct that minus those errors that we have identified for those two candidates, the votes actually total 307?
Minus the errors, yes.
Okay. If you want, we can go to the other one, Moruga. Hmm? We'll come to that. Moruga. You see that?
Mhm.
The name is who?
Moruga.
Oh, okay. Is it a polling station?
It's
or
a,
the name
it's
of
a,
person?
it's a polling station. ELCK.
M?
It's MORUGA.
Yes.
ELCK Primary School.
Yes.
From your document, your pleadings, how many votes, valid votes are indicated in 35A? Mr. Rogers?
Total votes
Yes, 35A.
for everybody or for?
No, we are talking about total
Total
valid.
votes.
You see here, you have said total valid votes cast as per 35A, and that's what I want you to read. In your
Oh,
document,
in Moruga?
Yes,
It's 276.
200,
76.
276. 276. Yes.
okay. And according to your pleadings, the problem arises because the form 35B gives a total of how many votes?
277.
277. Now, I want us to look at Form 35B under Moruga, page 177. that will be, okay, that will be somewhere almost in the middle, but let me assist you. Moruga is somewhere. 177, you see it. Okay. Now, according to that 35B, I want you to look at the votes entered in respect of Ondieki Evans.
Two.
How many votes?
Two.
2 votes. Now let's look at what he actually got at page Moruga 2 is at page 60. Evans Odieki is number 13 on page 60.
Page 60, you said?
Yes, page 60 of the first and second respondents bundle. Yes. How many votes did he get, Mr. Evans Odieki?
0.
0 votes. Yet he was given how many votes?
2.
2 votes. So, an error of him being given 2 votes, you remove 2, is it? 1 minute. And that gives you what?
You subtract 2 from what?
You subtract 2.
From 277,
Yes,
it gives you 275.
275. Okay. Let's look at the form 34A and fresh, 35A, and add this figure, because this is an exercise which we carried out to see where the one vote is coming, the error of 1 vote. If you can assist me. Moruga is at page 60. 2.
Consult.
Yes,
Silently, please.
this one I don't trust it so much. But he has 75, but I would rather we get it from the phone.
You want me to do it again?
Which one? 277 minus 2.
No. Now we are doing a summation of the votes in 35A, 1 by 1.
No, you just talked about a gadget you don't believe.
No, the gadget.
Because it has given you 275, and I thought that is what we did by head and got 275.
No, maybe I think there was a communication between the 2 of us, which the court was not privy.
Yes.
We wanted to find out, before I post the question, the summation of 35A. What we are sorry is only that this is the question is 275. It's a question of computing. That is why we are saying that this is a question of computing. I want you to compute 1 by 1, 35A.
Same answer, 275.
275, which means the presiding officer in Moruga Primary arrived at 276 instead of 275 in error, correct?
It's an error.
And the returning officer in making his computation, he arrived at 277 instead of 275 again. You have seen the error,
Yeah, I've seen the error.
both from the polling station and also from the
The returning
transposed votes.
officer. Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
My Lord, I think I can go on and on, but we have pleaded all this in our documents.
Yes.
I need to move to another area because it's getting hectic. But the documents are there. Thank you. Before I move, I could, in all those forms, like for instance, we go to number 60, the page 60 of Muruga, the one you are holding, 60 Muruga, this one.
This one.
Yes. You can see there was an agent of ODM, isn't it? Stephen, yeah, something. You can read?
Stephen somebody.
It's not
Stephen,
very,
it's not.
the other one, the other name is not. Namboti? Yes. Yes, it is there on page 60, my lord.
Which document are you?
The first and second respondents.
Maybe it's not clear in your copy, then it may not be clear in
It's
the
the same.
copy you
Yeah.
supplied.
Okay. But he has put his ID number there and his signature. The agent of ODM. Isn't it?
Just respond so that we move on. There
ODM,
was
yes.
an agent of ODM present.
Yes.
And you ran under ODM.
I didn't have ODM, but each one of us, we had our own agents. So each candidate had an ODM agent
Mm-hmm.
on the polling station.
Mm.
There's only one who has signed here. The rest have not signed.
Who was your agent, yeah?
Can't remember
In
the
which
Nyama,
polling station?
Nyama. Muruga.
I may have to go refer to my records.
You don't know.
I don't remember.
We cannot then tell whether you had an agent or not.
I had an agent.
And you can't remember his name.
If you give me time, I will.
Yes.
Now, my final question on this issue is that once we compute, and we have computed actually up number 8, which is almost 50% of those polling stations. Once we compute in our submissions that we have indicated and identify to the court those errors, those summation errors, transposition errors, and the court agrees that indeed Form 35A has the correct figures, will you still maintain your ground, which says that there were differences in figures in 34A and 35A and 35B, which affected the results?
Yes.
In what manner?
Because all this is only a sample that we have gone through.
I've agreed, but remember, Mr. Rogers, in your document that you filed in court, you said, I've sampled this, which I know is factual, as a representation of what happened in all these other stations. Is that not what you said?
I've sampled that,
Mm.
and
If these samples which you have given reflect a different scenario or position,
20.
no, you don't consult like that. Let's answer
Not
the
consulting. What I was saying,
question. Yes.
the sample of the polling stations that we gave is not part of this.
Sorry?
The sample, the 20 polling station that we gave for scrutiny, they are not these ones.
1 minute. I thought you were saying in your documents. Look at read for us what you have said. 56. Read what you have said. I will come to the other ones.
Just listen for a second.
Your petition. Your petition, paragraph 56. Read what it says.
On 56.
Page. No, sorry, paragraph. Paragraph 56. Paragraph 56 on page 14.
On 56. It
Page,
says,
page 5-6. Sorry, paragraph 5-6.
are you saying paragraph 5? Or
Paragraph
56?
56. That's why it's making it clear. 5. You know these things must have, so that times it doesn't come out.
It says the information in Form 34A.
35. Please.
35A
Yes.
is not consistent with the information recorded in 35B.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, they are not verifiable.
Mm-hmm.
For example, as listed below,
Mm-hmm.
20 polling stations had unverified votes.
Mm-hmm.
This should be used as an analytical representative sample for the rest of the polling station in the constituency.
So, the understanding, and your understanding, because it is your petition, is that these 20 polling stations, which I've gone through 8 of them, is your evidence that they do not reflect what was entered in 35A as against 35B. Is that not correct?
It is.
And therefore, my question is, after making this analysis and summation and addition, and it is established that indeed 35A in terms of the actual votes and 35B correspond in terms of total votes, would it not be correct for me to summarize and say then this point which you are making as a ground for the petition does not hold water? That the result, that whatever summation errors occurred do not affect the votes, the actual votes one gathered.
It does.
In what manner?
Because this is your mathematics that you have given us.
Sorry?
You have given us your mathematics, and from what we have seen from 34A, in comparison to 35P, there is a difference. And that difference might, unless we do scrutiny, so that we can know these votes that are hanging, that the people are being given right and left,
Mr.
where did they come from?
No. Mr.
Like there are people here who have
Put
received
your phones
votes.
on silent.
There are candidates who have received votes that they were not supposed to receive.
Let me put it.
There are also candidates.
Please, just respond.
Let me put it this way. We have done an exercise for almost 2 hours. And this exercise was to identify where the errors are. My first question is, do you have a problem with 35A series as reflected? 35A is the one which was being completed at the polling station.
35A.
Yes,
I don't have a problem with 35A.
you have no problem because you are saying it is a primary document.
It's a primary
Isn't
document.
it?
Yeah.
Those are correct votes captured correctly. Correct? Don't know. The court is wants to
Correct. Captured correctly but given to wrong people.
Wait. Why can't you wait?
Just please wait to the question. If your counsel feels the question was not properly put, we'll have a chance to ask you to clarify.
Now, we have now gone to 35B and undertaken some exercise using the polling stations that you have identified, 20, and identified where errors were in transposing or in moving votes from 35A to 35B. We have done that, isn't it?
We have done it.
And we have confirmed that there are errors, isn't it?
There are errors.
Having confirmed that, I'm asking you, in what manner are you saying that that error affected the results?
Affected my result or the whole result?
We are talking about the results which were announced in respect of the third respondent.
Actually, it's the work of IPC to make sure each candidate received.
I think you're not getting it.
I'm getting it.
If you are getting them as I tried without giving us what was not asked.
I say no, and they keep on asking another question.
Yes.
I've said no.
You will be asked questions.
Yes, I've
Just
said
listen,
no.
Mr. Moturi. You will be asked questions
Yes.
until we are through with you. Because you have accused some people.
Yes.
The first, second, and third respondent.
Yes.
So they want to ask you to prove that indeed what you have accused them is true. There is no way you will escape being asked questions.
I'm not trying to escape your honor.
And remember, I do not allow repetition of questions. I've not had a repetition. If you would have repeated, I would have told you a long time ago. That question has been answered. So please, just respond to the question put to you so that we are able to move faster.
The answer I said is no.
In what manner? No, you don't stop at no, because you have said it doesn't affect. Then I say, in what manner?
There is a lot of errors.
Yes, we have identified the errors. How did those errors now benefit the third respondent in terms of the votes garnered in those particular polling stations we have gone through?
Because this is just a sample of all the polling stations in West Mugra.
Okay, the question is very simple. You know, we have even done
8, yes.
We have done the 8, eh? So the question is, the errors in the 8 we have done, forget about the ones we have not even done, eh? How do they benefit the third respondent, MOGAKA student? That's the question that is being put to you.
On the 8th,
Yes, on the 8, yes. There are 20, but on the 8 that we have seen.
Actually, I've just simplified the question for you.
on the 8th, I've not seen any votes that has gone to the third respondent.
Okay. No vote has gone. Then
Yes.
show us in the 20 which you have picked as a representative sample. Show us where there is no error of summation and where there is a benefit to the third respondent. Because it's your sample.
None. I have none.
You have none, because there is none. Now, I want to go to another area. Remember, in the morning, I identified 4 thematic areas of your complaint. I'll go to what you say, that in the polling stations, which you have identified, the polling clerks would give more votes, more ballot boxes. Sorry, sorry, I'm also getting it. More ballot papers which in your opinion, you believe we are going to benefit Mr. Stephen. Now let's look at paragraph 18 of your affidavit. You see that paragraph 18 of your affidavit in support of petition. Page 29. Page
Yes.
20, yes. Here you have said that in Nyamira DEB Primary School, you have identified stream 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and 8. You see that?
Yes.
And you've said in stream 1, 11 ballot papers were issued in excess. You see that?
12.
12, yes. So,
Paragraph.
paragraph 18.
Yes.
You have also said that in stream 2, how many ballot papers were issued in excess?
11.
In stream 5, sorry, 3, how many
6.
ballot papers were issued in excess?
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm not getting.
What did you ask?
How many ballot papers were issued in excess?
I said 6.
6. Sorry about that. In station 5, how many ballot papers were issued in excess according to you?
20.
In stream 7, how many ballot papers were issued in excess?
49.
And in 8, how many were issued in excess?
12.
Okay. Let's go to the documents and see whether what you have stated is true. Look at page 9
Which document?
of the first and second respondents bundle. How many votes? How many are the total votes?
49.
4?
49.
That is valid votes, correct?
Yes.
For which place?
That is, is Nyamira DB Primary School polling station 1. Okay? Now, how many votes were rejected?
4.
Now, I want you, and this is important for calculation, 4 were rejected.
Yes.
So that we can understand whether actually, I want you to listen please, whether actually there were excess ballot papers issued. Is it not correct that we have to add the valid 49 and the rejected ones
Yes.
to get what?
49.
No, 49 plus 4. 409 plus 4, rejected.
With the 414.
Nilikuwa nakukanda hesabu lakini hiyo.
413. Okay, 413. Now, 413 are reflected in those figures we are getting them from 35A, isn't it? Correct?
Sorry?
From 35A. Those figures are being extracted from the entries in 35A at page 9.
Do I follow your question really?
My question is this. Remember, I think to appreciate the question, we need to also appreciate what paragraph 18 says. Paragraph 18 says, I have looked at the documents that I have.
I think you've taken us through us.
Yes.
Sorry, through that.
Yes.
We know what he was saying.
Yes.
Was amiss.
Yes.
With respect of that paragraph.
Yes.
Now, it's your follow-up question after adding 4, 9, and 4.
Yes.
I didn't really get. I didn't want to say that I did not
Oh,
understand
okay.
from the beginning.
Now, 409 is the number of valid votes obtained, isn't it?
Yes.
And in order to get the number of votes,
Cast.
yes, cast, we are to add the rejected ones,
4.
isn't it?
Yes.
To get what figure?
413.
413. That was my question.
We are together there.
Yes.
I don't we Balisa do that. And that is English for moment. Balisa. It's not English.
But my lord, I'm sorry, I didn't get what you wanted me to clarify.
There was a subsequent question asked after we had gotten 413.
My question is, that 413 that we have got is a figure which has been extracted from what document? And I've directed you to page 9.
This is a series.
35A.
35A.
Okay. Now, for you to appreciate that I want to take you to 35B so that we can know the total votes, isn't it? Let's go to 35B, which is at page 176. We go for we go to 178, we go to Nyamira, DB primary 1, 178. You see Nyamira?
Yes.
Now, in Nyamira, you have identified DD1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell us the total valid votes.
409.
409. And tell us the rejected votes. Sorry. This is from 35B.
Yes.
So the rejected votes are how many?
4.
4.
Yes.
And that totals to how many votes?
413.
413. Now I want you to tell the court, before I go to the next question, where you got 12 votes from.
When I was doing my own analysis, election in Nyamira DP1 was done for 6 elective positions. Member of Parliament being one of them. The total votes for Member of Parliament versus the total votes for area MCA. There is a difference of 12 votes,
Yes.
more for member of parliament than MCA.
Mm-hmm. That is how you arrived at the
And
Ngoja kidogo, MCA. There was a difference of how many?
12 more votes.
Who had, is it the MP or the MCA with 12 more?
MP had 12 more votes than MCA. And in the same street, it's the same street, number one. There was only one a stray parrot.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And no spoiled votes.
So you are, so that we understand, so your conclusion is informed by only looking at the one for member of county assembly.
I look for president,
Yes,
governor,
yes,
senator,
yes,
women rep,
yes.
and the other system.
The
And
question.
all of them,
Mm-hmm.
the votes for member of parliament.
You say in respect of the governor?
President, senator, women rep, MCA,
Is it women or women? I've never known.
women rep.
MCA. And then
Your Honor, I thought there is one stray parrot.
yes, I've heard of that. You said there was no points.
Yes.
Now, I want you to, so I want us to look at for Senate. How many votes?
For Senate,
Yes, I'll point out for you. This is 35.
That's okay.
The total, yes,
In respect of
Senate,
Nyamira DB.
yes. The only problem is that I have the full document, because after photocopying, the numbers shrink, and you will not be able to. If they want, my client will come and produce the original which we have.
You got the question? It's put it.
I didn't get that.
Sorry, I'm just trying to check. Yeah, we have a clearer copy which we can produce later, because the others are, this is 34B. 34B for, so this is, I'll come for the president. Let's do with the Senate.
199.
That's 6, yeah?
193.
Yeah, but we are a bit shrinking. Count this, 26. 28, 25, 36.
The question you asked.
Just a minute, I'm trying to get the document. Yeah.
Looking for senator.
Check that one. Okay, now look at this. This document appears also at page 193, but since those figures are words, may not be very legible. This is just an original of that document. This is
Please don't write it English.
no, yes, it's an original.
Naona hapa na kalamu. Naona amezoea kuandika.
This is from what? For Senate. Check out the heading there.
Senate,
Senate, from 36.
30,
There's a series there. Let me just.
38,
No, 8B.
38B.
Yes. Now, I want you to identify Nyamira, the same station where you're saying that when you look at all those elected positions, the one for member of National Assembly appears to have been given more by 12. Look at the total for Nyamira for the people who voted for Senate.
So that we move faster. Why don't you move closer and point them out?
Yes, I did.
Because I know identified from such a program report.
Nyamira 1 is here, bring the ruler.
Use a ruler, not a pen, please.
Nyamira, eh? Nyamira 1.
The total vote is 412.
412. Nyamira, where is Nyamira?
This one.
412, which are the valid votes.
Yes.
Then there is rejected. How many are rejected?
1.
So if you add 412 and 1, what do you get?
413.
413. Is that the same figure that the National Assembly had?
For stream 1,
For stream 1, yes, we're talking about.
in my record, I have as a 0 difference between member of parliament and the Senate.
Sorry?
I have 0 difference
Oh, yes, there is no difference.
in the Senate.
You see, you have to put it right, in the right way. There is no difference. Don't say 0 difference. There is no difference. The total votes cast is the same, 413.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
But when you testified here earlier on, you are telling the court you got the 12 votes when you looked at the other positions, the other elective positions.
Yes.
So you are now telling the court that from the document that we have before ourselves, for Senate and National Assembly, the number of people who walked in and voted is 413, which is the same.
Yes.
Okay. I want you to look at the presidential 34B. We have left Senate now. 34B, we go to Nyamira, the same station, Nyamira DEB1. Look at Nyamira DEB1. Use the ruler. You see, check Nyamira DB1.
49.
49 is which one?
Total value.
What about the rejected? Are they rejected? 49 valid, rejected 4. 4 plus 49?
413.
413. So again, you are wrong when you say you looked at the other elective positions and realized that there were 12 votes extra. So the presidential election, as per 34B, shows that the people who walked and they were issued with ballot papers were 413. Correct?
Yes.
The same number for National Assembly. Correct?
Yes.
Let's go to the county. the governor position.
Same polling station?
Same polling station, because we have to go through the same polling station.
I just wanted to get that.
Nyamira.
That is from
37B. You go to Nyamira down here, Nyamira, BB number 1. You see, Nyamira, check the votes, valid votes and the rejected.
411, 2 rejected.
411, 2 rejected. So 411 plus 2 is what?
413.
413. Again, that is another elective position. 413 walked in, were issued with votes, they voted. The same number as the election that you are involved in for National Assembly, correct?
Yes.
So, would you want to change your position then now, that when you looked at all these other elective positions, you realize that there were more votes for National Assembly as compared to the rest? Because I've already given you 3.
This is one polling station.
It is one polling station, I don't deny Mr.
Are we
Rogers.
talking on this one polling station?
Because it is the one you have given as an example.
This one, I gave us an example of MCA versus member of parliament.
Yes, but I want to show you that the number of, in terms of numbers, for the other elective positions, the votes were.
How many had he cited?
He cited many, about 20. He cited 20. 20? He cited 20, but we can go through it also.
Let's go. Unless the council advises others.
We are good. He is his witness.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll go through it. So we'll go to number 2, to stream 2, Nyamira 2. Huh? Oh, sorry. Women rep. Let me finish with women rep. But it seems it will come to this. Let's go to 2. Let's just go to 2. Stream 2. Let's go to stream, Nyamira stream 2. Okay? We start again with the presidential, which you have here. According to you, in Nyamira stream 2,
You're happy with it? Presidential.
presidential, 34B. According to you, there were 11 more votes.
My lord, just a slight interjection. My senior has very nice form, the B series forms. If you can mark the relevant ones in his response so that it will be easier for us when we examine.
I didn't get it.
I'm saying, my lord, my senior counsel Moturi has original from the B series forms, while the ones that have been supplied are not very legible. I'll just request that as he proceeds, he can identify which page of his response has it, and possibly we can still have them for the exam.
Probably what I'll ask you at last, because I think that I'm not talking for him. I'm not talking for. I think let him put the candidate. You know, I'm also afraid that in the light of it, what I care of, unajua kama mtu amezoea kuandika, ataandika without being conscious. So that we can comfortably use that document. Asitumie kalamu inazungumza. Bwana Moturi, hata kalamu kali, naona umezoea kuandika.
Nimeweka kwa mfuko.
Yes, so that ukiuliza swali unaangalia using a ruler and then we move on faster.
And then possibly, my lord, reference to the page in the response.
I thought that's what he's doing.
I'm just indicating
I
that.
don't have, in fact, it's making even my work easier. Indicating the page number and the document.
No, since he moved to the comparisons between the other 5 positions, he hasn't referred to any page, my lord.
You see, I thought that stemmed from point number, was it 2 or 3? When I started cross-examining.
Yes.
And when your client looked at the other elected positions, he realized there were discrepancies. I think that's why those questions are being fielded, and probably, okay.
What I could
The
do,
issues on the pagination, I don't know.
My lord, my only issue,
Mhm.
why I rose was on the pages, the relevant pages where these original forms are in the response. That's the only clarification I was wanting from my senior, so that it will be easier for us, and hopefully the form will still remain
You
in
forgot to
place.
tell us the page numbers. like-
the page numbers it mentioned, but let me point out. Let's
But
go.
since the documents were used and
Let's
what we have covered, let's not go back. But
Yes.
from now, probably you can.
That will be fine.
The page numbers.
Okay, my lord. Okay.
We are now DB stream 2.
Stream 2, the Form 37B, so that is,
Are we starting with his position in the petition? Or? I thought it's-
we have already, we are starting with his position, which he says is 11 votes, which one? You said that, isn't it?
I think the best thing, what I think the total value, point divided, so that we move in a seamless manner.
Okay. What I've now, no, I'm looking for this one, which is the original. Page 191. Page 191, look at this, which I've got it now. Page 191 is, page 191 is from that 8B, which runs
From that,
that 8B.
any presentation.
No, this is the one I've gotten. I'm the one first to identify
Okay.
that.
We got really a presentation, from that meeting.
That 8 is Senate. It runs to 190,
8B, yeah?
yes,
Page.
page 191 to 194. Then we have 37B. 37B. My lord, should I mark this one since we have now dealt with it? Should I mark it the way my learned friend?
Marking how?
Yeah. Okay. We just wanted the pages to be confirmed, so we don't need to mark it here. Okay. Then you go to 37B, which you will
I
find.
think you are taking us through a longer route, eh? I think, you are no, you didn't have a battery like the rest.
No,
Because
but-
what you should have done, Mr. Joshua,
Yes.
is to identify if it's from 37B, what page, so that when we